Hello and welcome to Home Assistant Tips by Larry. Before we get started, we are going to assume you already have a working instance of Home Assistant and you already have ESP Home installed and working and you know how to flash a microcontroller with ESP Home.
Hello and welcome to Home Assistant Tips by Larry. What you see on your screen are all the parts you will need for the Mega Sensor. All the parts shown are going to be listed in the parts list in the description of this video. The first parts we're going to talk about are the ESP32 and the header pins you will need. The next parts you will need are the JST connectors, both male and female, and those are being highlighted on your screen now. The next thing you will need is the ribbon cable to allow you to make the cables that you will need to connect the sensors up to the board that's showing now. And the next thing you will need is the ElectroCookie breadboard, which is shown on your screen now. We'll talk more about this later in the video. And the next thing you will need are all the sensors. There are 6 in total. They're being highlighted on your screen now. We will also talk more about those in the video here shortly. And the last thing you will need is a power connector, barrel type, and that's being highlighted on your screen now. This is going to be used to power both the ESP32 board and all of your sensors. The reason we're using this barrel connector to power everything instead of the ESP32 board is that the sensors pull too much current for the board to be able to handle it. And here you see all the sensors we're going to be using. We're going to start off with the PIR sensor, which is being highlighted on your screen now. Next, we're going to be using the TTP223 touch sensor, which is highlighted now on your screen. We're also going to be using the BME280 sensor for temperature and humidity, which is showing on your screen now. The next sensor we'll be using is the VL53LOX time of flight sensor, which is showing up on your screen now. And the next sensor we'll be using is the LD2410C presence sensor, which is showing on your screen now. And the last sensor we'll be using is the BH1750 light sensor, which is showing on your screen now. And this is the board we'll be using to connect everything together. It's called an ElectroCookie board, and it's got some special features. The 2 sets of pins that are being highlighted now on the screen can be soldered together to form one large power rail. The power rails then will be connected to each other, and they are on the top and bottom of the screen, as you see here. These will allow you to use 5 volts to power everything on the board. And here we're looking at the bottom of the ElectroCookie board. And as you can see highlighted on the screen now, we're looking at how the board is connected in the columns and rows. It's just like a breadboard. And here we can see the ElectroCookie board all soldered up and ready to go. The ESP32 is going to be connected here. And all the sensors will be connected to the JST connectors showing here. And here we see all the sensors connected to the ElectroCookie board along with the ESP32. You will need to make the cables that connect the sensors to the ElectroCookie board. You will find the link for the crimping tool and the JST connectors in the video description. I am now going to switch to the Home Assistant screen so you can see all the sensors in action. Here you can see all the entities that the sensors created. Here we can see the bedroom humidity and temperature readings, the PIR sensor the time of flight sensor, the light sensor, and the touch sensor, along with the LD2410C's radar sensors, including zones. All of these sensors here I have talked about in my previous videos, and they also have wiring diagrams linked in those videos. In my next video, I will show installing this in the wall of my bedroom. I hope everyone enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please ask them in the comments below.
The code to get the sensors working in ESP Home will be linked in the video description. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to this channel so we can continue to make these videos, and as always, if you have any questions, please ask them in the comments section. See you next time.